of the checkers here at Knoxville Raceway.
Checker flag is out for Spangler as they come across the line here.
The 217 coming off of 4. It'll be hit.
Coming there off 3 and 4. Salas gets win number 2 tonight.
Randy Shreves from 19th to victory.
The cars 3 and 4 out here. It's going to be Watson for the win. It's going to be Shreves getting the win.
He sees the checkered flag win. Give it to William Watson.
Yo, yo, yo. Tune in. Don't miss Shaggy TV, hit him with the twist. Gang on deck, let's pick up the pace. Remote in hand, it's a cartoon race. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Flip the channel, hit the screen. Velma's got the clues, keep it clean. Fred in the whip, Daphne looking mean. Shaggy on the snacks, munching every scene. Zoinks, got ghosts in the room. Monsters lurk, smell the cartoon fumes. Fog thicker than my uncle's perfume. Solve it quick, then straight to the tune. Where are you, Shaggy TV? Catch the vibes, come roll with me. Jinkies, yeah, it's action-packed. Scooby snacks and a mystery crack. Spooky vibes with the laugh on top. Masked villains, every case non-stop. Trapdoor falls, but the plan don't flop. Cue the laugh track, tick-tock, tick-tock.
We are live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network for a little Monday Night Madness here at the Volusia Speedway Park. And man, oh man, we got a field ready to come play. 7, 8, 9, 30 drivers in the session right now. 26 have put in a time. We're about to see another guy put in a time, and it's this man, the 5 of Isaac Salas. What is going on there? Is Trading Paint's not behaving? No, it's not. Trading Paint's definitely not behaving. Timed out there in the middle. And we have some guys' paints, because I was in here early. But we'll see. This will should give us a quick little refresh here for the 5. I would think. There we go. Everybody going gray, then they'll come back. Much nicer. Nobody wants to see a icky default paint rolling around out there. There we go. All's right in the world. Got the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker, running underneath the 83 of, or the 883, excuse me, of Bud Molyneux. And obviously tonight, as you see on the top right of your screen, brought to you by Top Notch Trucking. Mr. Arlen coming on board to help us fund the 358 mods this year. We appreciate you for that. Definitely can't have that kind of fun without sponsor help. And why are my cameras damn near identical? There we go. It's a little different up there. Didn't like the way that was looking. May have been clicking on the same button. May have been my problem. Let's see. Is anybody... Nope. Nobody's chimed in over on the C2C side yet. There's still a little bit. Still a little... Or no, we're not. Actually, I was going to say wait till the 30-minute mark, but it's already 7 o'clock Eastern, so I imagine checkered flag going to be coming here soon, and hop over into another one. Quiet over here. Mr. Chad Lackey out there all by himself over there. In what I would think would be room 1. Anthony Morano, Mike Stryker, Brian Roberts. Yeah, he's all alone putting in the track work. That's where you see, though, maybe going to get some pay here for qualifying, practicing, running that bottom. It's going to be interesting to see what line is the best line as the checkered flag waves. Warm-ups come to a close, and we get ready to go out and qualify for our 358 modified event here at the Volusia Speedway Park. First of three here on Monday Night Madness. Of course, we got the Rebel Sprint cars coming up next, and followed by arguably C2C's Premier Division, the Renegade Sprint cars, and that's the one everybody's looking for a win, no doubt. Lackey comes across the line. He's going to get ready to set the bar here in the 66 machine. Lackey choosing the outside through 3 and 4. Now that tells me one of two things. That's the fast line, or he didn't like turns 1 and 2, and he's going to go back upstairs, try it one more time. Maybe he doesn't like that lap either. Superman Kurt Schatzer was at the top of the charts, but absolutely shotgunned off the top by Isaac Salas, who ran a 16.20, then stops after one lap. He decided he was a one and done. Brandon Dittmer, he comes across the line, P2, and boy, oh boy, teammates 1 and 2 right now at the top. Bud Molyneux takes the 883 through 1 and 2. Currently P4, final time off of 4. The 883, can he improve? He does. Sector 2, is it enough? Gonna stay P4. Couldn't find the time through Sector 1 as Mike Brewer, welcome to the party in the 390 machine. Brewer P8 lap 1. Not a bad spot there with the inverts we're expecting. Not expecting. We are getting them. They're going to invert, but he goes a little quicker. P5 for Mike Brewer. William Watson comes across the line. P9, and the big dog Ryan Beagle comes across the line as well for the final time. P21, and all 30 of our drivers have set foot on the racetrack. Seidel, not too sure what happened there. He didn't get credit for a lap, but he was definitely out on that racetrack as we get ready to take a look. Starting lineup for your top-notch trucking 358 modified heat race number 1. Row 5 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio, to the inside, the 8 of Scott Thomason. Row 4 to the outside, the 89 of Mason. Hit him with the hind, to the inside, the 099 of Billy Roberts. Row 3 all the way up top on the outside, the 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandy, to the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast. Jeff Barker. Row 2 to the outside, your quick time in the 5. Salsa, Isaac Salas, to the inside, the 883 of Bud Molyneux. Row 1 for heat race number 1 here at the Volusia Speedway Park, to the outside, the 122 of Brian Dickens, and starting on the pole, the 051 of Mr. Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson. It's not that one. This one? Dude. I do not like that. Alright, messing around here with those backgrounds, kinda. No, I don't think I'm digging this. Huh, we're gonna go back. Oh. We're going to click the right one. Yeah, we're going to go back to the way it was there. That timing tower. I can't figure out what I like there with the text. I guess I could go like that, go with their driver number color. Where did they all go the same? There we go. Solid white. I like that a little more. I like making them all the same. Looks a little nicer to me, I think. as the drivers roll through 3 and 4 for the final time. They watch the Steve King Foundation pace car pull off. The green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. Heat race number 1 is underway at the Volusia Speedway Park. 3 wide right away. P2. Salsa trying to crack open the lid. Brian Dickens cracks the whip, though. Gets a big run on the outside. Clears Isaac for the moment, but here he goes. Salas right back downstairs. Battle back on for P2. Isaac throws it in there, looking to find a way around that 122, and he's got it for the moment. Clay Christopherson, though, he's hunting around the bottom as well. Isaac gets a little backed up there coming off of 4, sends it in deep one more time. How low can you go? 5.5 left to play here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Isaac looking to seal off P2. He does slide up in front, 5 to play. Jeff Barker, Joseph Grandy, and Mason Hine under the blanket here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Oh, contact between the 89 and the 513. The 8 gets a big piece. We continue. 4 laps to go as the cross flags wave. Not what you want to see for those guys who were having a hard run there for 5th, 6th, and 7th, and all of a sudden now they're gone, 2 of them. And Joseph Grandy says, well, I'm going to try to get myself into the 4th and final transfer spot here because this could be absolutely everything. 30 drivers, 6 going to go home tonight. Only 24 make the show, and we've only got 2 laps to go. Isaac taking a peek down low. Battle for the lead is on. Side by side through 3 into turn 4. White flag waves, 1 lap to play. Isaac Salas trying to swing the baseball bat. Can he get down there? Can he steal the lead? Final time into 3. Clay gives him plenty of room. Isaac stays down low, and he takes the checkered flag off of 4. Give it to Salsa. Putt, Dickens, and Molyneux, your 4th and final transfer. Grandy, Roberts, Hine, Vecchio, Thomason, and Barker to the B. Starting lineup for your top-notch trucking 358 mod heat race number 2 looks a little something like this. Row 5 to the top shelf, the 73 of Larry Moody to the inside, the 55 of Brian Moore Sr. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 017 of Shane Billings to the inside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. Row 4 to the high side, the 66 of Chad Lackey to the inside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Row 2 to the outside, the 83 of the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer to the inside, the 390 of Mike Brewer. Row 1 for heat race number 2. Got a set of full throttle motorsports teammates to the outside. The 4 of my homie, Scott Raomi, and starting on the pole, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. There it is on the back. Shaggy's homie. I mean, it's about time, you know. We got him to play into it. He put it on last week. Didn't have a half bad run, I don't think. We'll have to see. You know, does getting Shaggy on there an extra time, you know, does it swing it in his favor? Because honestly, it seems like those green cars, those green Shaggy vans on the front have been nothing but bad luck for the 4 of Scott Rayome. Hopefully he can turn the tide here tonight in heat race number 2 as you take a look to the Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Ooh, Brewer had to check up. Dino takes a peek on the bottom. That's his teammate he put in the middle there. 3 wide as we drive into 3 to 79. Oh, Brewer gets into the back of his teammate. Checked up. Aisle 4. Chad Lackey gets the worst. Goes around. Straightens up. We continue. Another car in the outside. Brewer and Dittmer, not too sure what happened there for the Spider Monkey. Let's see. Let's take a look. He saw the original contact, and they were racing 3 wide, and Dittmer ran out of room up in the outside wall, but the teammates out front continue. Really, 3 teammates now as Dino. Welcome to the top 3, but he's itching for some more of the 79, trying to take a peek down low. As Butters started P7, got himself into the 4th and final transfer. He wants those guys to keep warring behind. That's Shane Billings on the tippy top. Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. on the bottom. Brian looks to get the edge. Can't do it off of 2. That 1-7 on rails through 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, long, long way around. Mr. Wednesday Night beats him back to the line. Got the teammates reeling each other in here. Scotty has got away from Dean, but at the same time, they both reeled in the Ant-Man, who's out front with 2 to play. Shane Billings looking to reverse the roles here. The 17 goes to the inside this time. No luck. Is Brian not going to open up that bottom through 3 and 4? And as the white flag waves, 1 lap to play the top 3. Just trying to keep it this way. Making sure 3 teammates get into the show. As Anthony drives it into 3 for the final time. Off of turn 4, checkered flag waves. Give it to the Ant-Man, my homie, Dino Butters. Mr. Wednesday Night, or Butters, the last one of the A main, I guess I could clarify there. And then Moore, Billings, Moody, Lackey, Dittmer, and Brewer to the B. Starting grid for your 3rd and final heat race here for your top-notch trucking 358 modifieds. Row 5 to the tippy top in the 26 machine. Maverick side to the inside, the 41 of the Librarian. Pat Boys. Row 4 to the outside, the 015 of the Missile. Mike Stryker to the inside, the 84 of the Big Dog. Ryan Beagle. Row 3 to the outside, the 35 of Harold Klump. To the inside, the 213 of Michael Vitale. Row 2 to the outside, the cape-wearing 218 of Superman. Kurt Schatzer to the inside, the 007 of the Samaconda. Sam Bachman. Row 1, once again, a set of FTM teammates to the high side in the 23. My old teammate, Bart William Watson, and starting on the pole, the 075 of the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux. Or as some say, Trevor Gearix. We're not really sure. It hasn't been, decided. It either is Giroux, 99% of the rest of the people in the world who have that spelling, or as a few select iRacing broadcasters like to say, Gearix. And, that got a ring to it. Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. We look to that Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Heat race number 3 is underway. William with a big run on the outside. Cracks the whip, pulls even, but there he goes. Hit the oil slick. The Philly Flyer finds that tack on the bottom. Motors by the 075. Leads lap number 1. Kurt Schatzer sees 3 wide in front of him. Now he says, I want a part of this. Goes to the outside, gets 1, gets 2 as he enters 3. Superman, look at the cape flapping in the breeze. Kurt Schatzer bringing those boys to their knees. The 218 up the P2. Harold Clump, come join the party. The tally hard into the outside wall. Him and the librarian collect each other and go around. Meanwhile, the Philly Flyer leads the way. 5 laps to play. Superman ready to reel him in. No, he's got the line set. What can Kurt Schatzer do? Running about half a lane higher here through 3 and 4. You see Superman gain all that time back and then some by corner entry. He has got the groove, and here comes Maverick Seidel kicking it on the outside. Let's go. Maverick Seidel, worst to P5. Can Seidel get one more and get this thing into the show? He's got Bachman trying to hold away in that blue and white machine, trying to scare everyone. Normally in the red and black, throwing everyone off, looking a little whack here in the 007, but Seidel, he don't care. Gonna take a peek to the inside. What can he do? Nothing. Gotta fall in line. Trevor Giroux sees that white flag wave. 1 lap to play here in Florida. The Philly Flyer up to the high side now. Gave up on the bottom. He has absolutely got it rolling. He'll send it into turn 3 for the final time. Superman on the outside, not close enough. Checkered flag wave. Give it to Giroux, Schatzer, Clump, and Bachman to the A. Seidel, Stryker, Beagle, Watson, Vitale, and Boyce to the B. Here we go. Your B main is about set and ready to roll. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. 6 cars going to go home. Top 12 make it. Row 9 to the outside, the 213 of Michael Vitale to the inside, the 390 of Mike Brewer. Row 8 to the outside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the inside, the Librarian, in the 41, Pat Boyce. Row 7 to the high side, the 83 of the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer to the inside, the 8 of Scott Thomason. Row 6, it's starting in your 12th and final transfer spot to the outside, the 23 of William Watson to the inside, the 66 of Chad Blackwood. Row 5 to the outside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio to the inside, the 84 of the big dog, Ryan Beagle. Row 4 to the top side, the 73 of Larry Moody to the inside, the 89 of Mason hit him behind. Row 3 to the high side, the missile in the 015, Mike Stryker to the inside, the 017 of Shane Billings. Row 2 to the high side, the 099 of Billy Roberts to the inside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel. Row 1 for tonight's top-notch trucking 358 modified B main to the outside, the 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr., and starting on the pole, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. The drivers roll into 3 for the final time behind that Steve King Foundation pace car. Grandy takes a look at the Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. 12 going to make it to the A main. 10 laps to play here in Volusia. Right away, let's go back to that 12th and final transfer spot. It is the 23 of William Watson, who is trying to get off that bubble. Takes a peek in the inside of the 747. Ooh, gonna get it at the line, but they're still side by side. Vecchio, now the man in P12. Here comes the Spider Monkey, trying to sling his way into a transfer. Brandon Dittmer sees 3, almost 4 wide behind him. Brewer tightens up, pushes up the racetrack, and man, oh man, that 390 gonna have to crack the whip and go if he wants to make the show. Brandon Dittmer on the outside. This is the battle for the 12th and final transfer, but look, the 3 wide in front. Oh my gosh, boys, you're gonna make the show. You're in the transfer. They don't care. They're trying to see how hard they can push it. Boy, oh boy, right back to the 3 wide. Behave yourself. Man, wives and moms got to get in there and start yelling. Boy, oh boy, back to 3, almost 4 wide. The big dog, Ryan Beagle on the bottom in that 84. He gets one done. Slides up across Moody. Here we go. Goes around Lackey now on the outside. The big dog ready to eat. He's sniffing for that bone. Is Mason Hine still in the 12th and final transfer spot with 4 laps to go. This time by. The boys behind battling so hard that it's really slowing them up. You want the truth, it's allowing Mason to pull away. They're going right back to this 3 wide fiasco. Slider on the 41 there by Vecchio. Still needs to get one more. Gotta put that head down. Gotta reel in Pat Boyce. 2 laps to go this time by for Joseph Grandy, who's half a second out in front of Roberts, who's almost a full second ahead of Brian Moore Sr. Lots of single file. Then we get to racing a little bit. Brandon Dittmer on the inside of Larry Moody, taking a peek on the inside of Watson as well. White flag waves, 1 lap to play. Hang on to her. If these boys behave, Larry Moody now in the 12th and final transfer. We'll have to see how it looks as the line. As $100,000 wins the B main. Roberts, Moore, Stryker, Seidel, Billings, Beagle, Lackey, Dittmer, Watson, Hine, and Moody to the A main. Stick around here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners.
Oh, almost time to go play here in your top-notch Trucking 358 Modified main event at the Volusia Speedway Park. I see a couple people tuning in. What's going on, Megan? Could be a good run for your man Dino. We'll have to see what he brings to the table. A little over 15 seconds till we get that starting lineup. Who you got? I'm going to call my shot. Isaac Salas going to find a way to bring this one home. Going to call my shot. I don't even know where he's starting, but P2 on the board. Let me know who you got, and let's get ready to take a look at your 24 car starting lineup. Row 12 to the outside, the 73 of Larry Moody to the inside, the 89 of Mason Hine. Row 11 to the top shelf, the 23 of Bart William Watson to the inside, the 83 of the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer. Row 10 to the outside, the 84 of the Big Dog, Ryan Beagle to the inside, the 66 of Chad Lackey. Row 9 to the outside, the 017 of Shane Billings to the inside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel. Row 8 to the top shelf, the 015 of the Missile, Mike Stryker to the inside, the 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. Row 7 to the outside, the 099 of Billy Roberts to the inside, the 518 of 100 Gray, Joseph Brandy. Row 6 to the high side, the 007 of the Samaconda, Sam Bachman to the inside, the 93 of Butters, Jason Butterfield. Row 5 to the high side, the 883 of Bud Molyneux to the inside, the 35 of Harold Klump. And row 5 to the tippy top, the 79 of Dino, Dean Reynolds to the inside, the 122 of Brian Dickens. Row 3 to the outside, the cape-wearing 218 of Superman, Kurt Schatzer to the inside, the 4 of my homie, Scott Raomi. Row 2 to the outside, the 051 of Putt-Putt, Clay Christopherson to the inside, the 075 of the Philly Flyer, Trevor Giroux. In row 1 for tonight's 30-lap A-main here at the Volusia Speedway Park, to the outside, the 32 of the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano, and starting on the pole, the 5 of Salsa, Slide Job, Isaac Salas as the Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. We look to the Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's make some dirt fly. 30 laps to play. Your A-main is underway. Side by side for the lead. The Ant-Man got to go for it. Can't find the rhythm coming off of 2. The Philly Flyer going to see what he can do. Trying to follow the 5 on the inside. Can he work around his teammate in the 32? Not yet. Side by side for P2. Isaac Salas out to the lead as Scott Rayome gets on the slip and slide. He loses a little bit of ground. We take a look back in the field. Butters almost shoved in the middle 3 wide. Now takes a peek on the bottom. So Sammy, you think about it, but Bachman too quick there in the middle. He gets a run on Bud Molyneux. Now looking for more. Can he get under the 35 of Harold Klump? Yes, he can. Crack the whip, Sammy B. The Philly Flyer not done looking for P2, but Anthony Morano too quick off the outside of 3 and 4. Just not giving any way is Clay Christopherson. The man living in negative 50 temperatures in Minnesota. Oh, yellow flag. Yellow flag. Billy Roberts and possibly Jason Butterfield involved. Let's see. We'll take a zoom out peek. So, yeah, we're just 3 wide. Butters, he says, guys, I mean, where am I supposed to go? You know, Grandy comes up the racetrack, Billy Roberts on the outside, and you can see, yes, they indeed both are a very big part of this accident. Butter's hard into the outside wall. Billy Roberts goes around like a top. You see there's a little stack up there. Does Mason Hine make it through straight? No, him and Larry end up locking up and coming to a stop. But either way, I think they'll take that damage output as opposed to what it could have been. And Grandy said Isaac is going to win, too, in my side of things. It's pretty crazy. He'll comment before he even goes out there races. He felt confident Isaac was going to win as well. I did not know he was going to be from the pole, though, I promise. I mean, maybe in the back of my mind. What's going on next? I have no idea who that is. Obviously, I'm very familiar with the famous Kim. And, your son may be bringing home another one here. He's on good pace. Now, in another world, those two on the bottom are still teammates. And in that world, this makes it a lot harder for the 32 of Anthony Morano, because back in the day, I'm telling you, Isaac, this would have been a countdown for the ages here, and he would have tried to pull the 075 by, and now he maybe doesn't want to pull him by, just get those two battling, get the teammates working hard side by side as the Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. The green flag waves, and we are back underway. Look at Dino clapping that 79 on the outside. Great jump. Oh, is there room for Scotty to slot in line? He's going to think about it as the battle for P2 continues with a side-by-side. Dino jumps the cushion a little on entry. Here comes Scotty on the bottom. Scotty feeling himself down there as the Philly Flyer almost clipped the inside wall. Anthony Morano clears him, and we are back under caution. Trying to hunt through the software. This is the best guess I see. It's not showing a red box around him, but I see that Lackey got past a bunch. So we will assume it involves Chad Lackey in the 66 machine. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Bud was going to, run that middle, and Chad tries to turn down a little earlier than Bud planned on, and two guys meet in the middle. That's tough break there for Chad Lackey, who, maybe going to feel wronged by that one. But at the end of the day, that's just two guys, two different plans, two different courses of action, as they say. Oh, Lackey. Hell yeah. Trying to get to his pit stop. I would assume. Pulls out. Isaac Salas. Are we one to green? No, we aren't one to green. They're just excited. They're doubling up. He scared me there with that early double up. I don't do this kind of stuff too often, but we've had a couple restarts. Let's try to change it up. Let's ride on Dino's left front through turn 1 and 2. He is about mid-pack. Or actually, you know what? Let's do one better. Let's go on Sam Bachman right behind him. P10, almost dead smack middle of the field outside. This is what it's like. You can see up in the sky, the green flag is high. The leader drops the hammer, and we're back underway. Slow restart there for Bachman. Big gap from Dino on the outside. So maybe not the best view we could have had there, but it created a stack up behind in a 3-wide situation. You see Grandy trying to eat on the bottom, and well, there you go. You slip up one time on a restart. That's how quick, you lose 1-2 spots. That's what happened to Bachman. He right away wanted to get down on the bottom. Now you see him behind the 518, who is finding a lot of traction going down the bottom of the backstretch. Clay Christopherson, in the midst of all this nonsense, was able to get around his teammate in the 75. Move putt-putt up to P3. Anthony Morano trying to run a cut down. See if he can find some real estate under the 5 off of 4. Can't do it. It's going to be a pricey down there. Isaac not willing to budge off the bottom. Clay says, well, if you're going to run the cut down, Anthony, I've got to go underneath you. Putt-putt taking a peek under his teammate. Couldn't find it. Trevor Giroux looking to do the same as we zoom out. William Watson, currently your hard charger, up 8 spots in the 23. Coming out of the B main. He's going to need a couple more cautions to help out the cause. But right now, up 8 spots on the move. Got to be feeling good. I mean, Grandy up 4 spots as well. Obviously not the 8. But on the move, and as we take a peek once again towards the back, Larry Moody. Also pretty quick here as there's contact. Lackey gets bumped from the 89 of Hine. We continue. Where does Hine go? Outside wall. Dittmer sent down pit road. And he says, I'm done. He's going to pull it in there. He parked it. He had enough. Clay Christopherson, he hit the page button. He said, Shaggy, battle for the lead. Get that camera up here, stat. Is the 51 trying to find some time. We go up top. Clay Christopherson over, under, cuts to the inside. Isaac Salas says, oh, God, I got company. I'm not wearing any clothes. He's freaking out. Trying to throw a T-shirt on quick. Clay not giving him any time on the inside. Putt-putt, working it. Anthony Morano trying to follow him. Give the lead to Clay Christopherson at the halfway point. 15 laps to go. Putt-putt trying to make this his show. Clay does a good job of moving Isaac up the racetrack a little bit. Isaac tries to come down. Anthony's there. They make contact. Anthony tried to keep it straight, tighten the car up. Now he gets a shot again from Superman. Sides up the racetrack, leaning on his teammate. Do-si-do, here we go. Drivers just swapping around here, having fun at the Volusia Speedway Park. Dino, he says, I want a piece. That purple people eater taking a peek on the outside, but the man making up time is that 518 to his left, Joseph Grandy. Absolutely. I mean, does he have enough fuse left in that rocket? Grandy looking to finish off Dino, maybe thinking about making it 3 wide. Anthony Morano says you can have it. Leaves it open up before he finally gets up in line. Dino tries to drive it in deep, hike to the outside of his teammate again, but he couldn't do it. Anthony Morano, what a run. Thinks about a slide job. Trevor, got to get on the binders. Dino's got to get on the binders. Grandy trying to pick up the scraps. Welcome to the top 5, Mr. 100 grand, up 8 spots, Joseph Grandy. Wheeling and dealing. William Watson puts himself up 11 spots, starting 22nd, up to P11. How far can he go? Isaac Salas, here we go, mama. He's on the bottom. Oh, Kim holding the rosary. He's saying a prayer side by side at the line. Oh boy, couldn't do it this time. Gonna swing it back down there. What did he do? Really hunting down low, coming down the backstretch. Seven laps left to play here at the Volusia Speedway Park, and we have an absolute barn burner on our hands. 2 early cautions, and then some of the best racing we've ever seen here on a Monday night, side by side all throughout the field. Guys throwing sliders, guys cutting to the bottom, and we're watching a guy try to do that right now. Isaac Salas close, but he can't find a way to get the pass done. We take a peek back to Trevor Giroux. He's got Kurt Schatzer taking peeks on the inside. Superman took the cap off, the cape off, went down low. Doesn't want to trip over it here. Sam Bachman, he's trying to take advantage, going as low as that 007 can go. Track transitioning now to the bottom, and that's a putt-putt racetrack. Clay Christopherson has to be feeling confident as we are really starting to run out of time here. Sand, not much left in that hourglass. Bud Molyneux trying to stay out of the way, and he does a good job for the time being. Everybody gets around the outside. $100,000, here he goes, picking them up and putting them down. The bodybuilder, that's what he's doing in the 518. I mean, he's just slinging people around, couldn't get it done. Anthony goes back downstairs, shuts the door, slides up, tries to grab the cushion. $100,000, big run, cracking the whip. Can he get the horses rolling? White flag set the wave, though, for this man in the 51. Clay Christopherson looking to bring this one home. Final time, off at 2. Isaac Salas not close enough for that final peak. Clay gonna protect. Checkered flag wave. Give it to Putt-Putt. He brings home the win at the Volusia Speedway Park. Salsa P2 and Brian Dickens rounds out the podium. Holy Hannah, what a good one. What a good one that is. Right off your podium, Anthony Morano coming on P4. Joseph Grandy rounding out the top 5. We're just going to scroll this down to get all 24. Dino 6, Trevor Giroux 7th, Kurt Schatzer 8, Sam Bachman 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Mr. Watson. The rest of your field, Rayome, Klump, Beagle, Lackey, Seidel, Moody, Stryker, Hine, Billings, Roberts, Molyneux, Butterfield, Moore Sr., and Brandon Dittmer rounds out the field. Now, let's find our green flag. We had to go. I'll never complain about that. We had to go back a ways, brother, to get that green flag. That's what we want to have happen for certain. What a long green flag run to close this thing out. Hell of a run by these guys. And it, I mean, I don't know how this man's going to feel, but, to be honest, I'd say you need these things. And, well, Brian, what I'm talking about is, well, first off, congratulations on P3. Hell of a run. But how good does it feel, man? I mean, let's be real. 2 early cautions. I mean, you guys, you got to be sick like I am. You don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to have time to work around anybody? But, man, everybody got it straight, and we had a long green flag run to close it out. And, man, it really let you flex those muscles. How'd this car feel tonight?
Yeah, that was feeling pretty good. I was just, I don't know, the car felt great. I was just a little bit off myself. VR's been giving me trouble lately. I'm getting it sorted out, but yeah, it was all in all a good night.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, it's tough to get by those FTM guys on the podium. I mean, you guys have been racing hard all season, but he makes that one mistake, and you get to the inside. I mean, how good does it feel? Obviously, I can taste it a little bit from you doing it, but man, it feels good to get some of those guys sometimes, don't it?
Oh yeah, oh hell yeah, most definitely. Had a blast doing it. I think I might have gotten to Trevor by mistake a little bit. Definitely didn't mean that, but yeah, all in all, it was good.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll tell you what, you weren't the only one. If you did maybe get into them a little bit, I mean, guys, it's all going for that same real estate basically to start that thing off. And I mean, a lot of guys touching, rubbing, but everybody kept it clean, kept it straight, and you brought this thing on the podium. Hell of a job, Brian. Congrats. Who we want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Hammer Down Racing, Dirt Track Bank, Kirk. Glad Kirk could join us tonight. Brandon, Mike, and Joe. Want to thank you for the broadcast. Who's sponsoring us right now?
Top Notch Trucking, Mr. Arlen, Isaac's grandpa.
Gotta thank Top Notch Trucking. Gotta thank everybody at C2C. Really appreciate everything they do every week because that's not an easy task as well. And who won the race? Was it Isaac or Clay?
Clay ended up getting it. Isaac had a peek,
All right.
but Clay got it. It was a close one.
Congrats to Clay. And that's about it, man.
Well, hey, hell of a job, man. Can't wait to talk to you again. Good luck next week, brother.
Buddy. Thanks.
Ryan Dickens bringing home P3, and now we're going to talk to the man who, oh, so close. Man, you were fishing for it there at the end. He had found the bottom, got by you, and it looked like you were going to do the same, but a little hiccup there in the entry to 3, and he was able to clear you. But boy, oh boy, man, fun race. You and Clay up 1-2. I mean, that's what we want to see. I know it's not the spot you wanted, but how are we feeling after that run?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a little upset right away, but then once, you compress a little or decompress a little bit and realize how good of a race it was, pretty thrilled. Obviously, I don't want it to be Clay of all people passing me, considering we're right there in the points together, but, I'll take it. He got to my outside, and I was telling him in the waiting room, I was like, man, that thing looked just hooked. That thing was just solid as could be, and with how he was running there was I would have had to have the track change. So no, that was awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, well, at the end of the day, you can hear it, and it's a blessing and a curse, I'd say, Isaac. When you're upset with getting P2 a little bit, but that just means how good of a run it has been for you, and what you're really capable of. So I mean, at the end of the day, a P2, obviously, it's to the guy you're running in points. It's not what you want, but man, it's a lot better than a P11 that you got to use as a drop week. So at the end of the day, shrug this one off. You put on a great show. Congratulations for P2, who we want to thank.
Yeah, buddy, I appreciate it. It's the usual guys. Just the big shout out to Venom Racing and everyone that we had tonight. It was a lot of fun. Dean, the Super Car Series, Magnum Race Designs, JRB Designs, RSN Trackside, Mission 22, Top Notch Trucking, ShaggyTV with you, sir. Much appreciated. Regency Home Inspections, Coast to Coast for the League. Mom, Dad, Gramps for watching. Miss Kelser for watching, even though she's probably at work. She is work, but she is at work. Other than that, man, good run to Mr. Brian, I believe it was, and good win to Clay, man.
Well, hey, hell of a run. Hopefully you're not done yet. Maybe we'll talk to you again later. Good luck, brother.
Thank you.
Isaac Salas bringing home P2, and now we get to talk to the man of the hour here. I'm wondering, you know what? I can answer this question for you. The SOB is a poker player because I played with him and the boys in Discord the one day. Man, what a way to bluff that 5 into giving up the bottom. You get the run through 3 and 4. We were just watching it in slow motion, and then cut down to the inside, got him to open up the bottom. How good did that feel?
It felt pretty good because I wanted the bottom for 1 and 2, and the lane for 3 and 4 I was running was kind of where like almost where his right rear was. So I knew if I could get underneath him in 1, I could choose that spot in 3 and 4, and it all worked out pretty good. No, it was a fun side-by-side race, though.
No, obviously,
had to work for it.
Yeah, you did. And obviously the track, it changed a little bit. And Clay, I really don't know the answer to this, so this is a serious question. You just mentioned how, you kind of like that line through 3 and 4 off his right rear about, lane and a half up. Were you confident then towards the end when Isaac peeked under you through 1 and 2? Was that lane still working? Did you know you were going to be in the place to be through 3 and 4?
Yeah, it just had the runoff. It didn't force your car to lose momentum and RPM so much. I could just 1 and 2 was a little more of a slow down, get back in it, but 3 and 4, it was kind of a rollout and be able to roll right back in without upsetting the car. The thing was just on rails towards the end.
Well, man, finally sorry, I was definitely listening to you, but your number wasn't showing up. It was just a white box. I had to change that. sorry, but hey, Clay. At the end of the day, man, I mean, you mentioned your own words. You had to work for this one, and indeed you did. I mean, you bluffed him into giving up the bottom, then he gets the run back at you, but you had enough to hold him off. Hell of a job, man. It's not very often these past couple weeks, that we're focused on a quote-unquote battle for the lead. It's been a guy running away with it. But, man, you guys were the show. It was a lot of fun to watch. Congrats on the win. Who we want to thank, Putt-Putt?
All you guys for putting this on. All the guys at FTM and Swan Speed Shop for 358 and big block sets.
Well, hey, hell of a job. Good luck if they make you come play in the sprint cars.
Thank you, sir.
Clay Christopherson bringing home the win in your top-notch trucking 358 modifieds. And we're going to step away for a quick break here, and we'll be back with your Rebel sprint cars next here on Coast to Coast Monday Night Madness. Stick around.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get.
Tonight when we talked about it.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network with a little Rebel sprint car action here at the Volusia Speedway Park. I'm telling you, man, this is awesome. Isaac did it again. He's the 18th car. He is not supposed to have registered for this, I don't think. I think he's a Renegades driver. But 17 guys, man, that's awesome. We're normally not getting this much for the Rebel Sprint cars. So, pardon my French here, boys, but hell yeah, I mean, this is good to see. Lots of guys coming out to go play here. And remember, if their incident point limit, the IL, they can look up the actual number, but your incident point limit has to be under X amount. And if you finish in the top 5, you can go race with the Renegades here. So that's always the goal. We'll have to see if they can bring it home. As Jack Clevenger, he's going to set the bar in this 78 machine. Mr. Clevenger on rails through 3 and 4, looking to take the white flag. One more trip around. It's green. Not the quickest is John Klimowicz Jr., JKJ, with your top time, a 13.37. JKJ rolls off a 4. Can he find more time? Crosses the line with a 13.41, slows down lap number 2. Scott Thomason now at the top of the boards in the 8 machine. Scott Thomason around for the final time. Is Cale Bixler green-purple? P3, or P2, excuse me, for the 789 of Cale Bixler. Big time run for Cale. Good to see Cale coming out to play tonight as 26 of Maverick Seidel. Looking to rip that middle lip there. Not the Hoy to the outside, but rides the cushion through 3 and 4. Green. P1 for the 26 machine, a 13.33 for Maverick Seidel. Top of the charts as Michael Vecchio comes across for the final time. Green. What's it mean? Gonna stay P17. For the 147 machine is the top 5. Seidel, Thomason, Bixler, Klimowicz Jr., and Bowman. What a lap there from Maverick Seidel. The salsa protege, as some may say. We take a look at our starting grid for our first of 2 heat races here for your Rebel Sprint cars. Rounding out the field, inside of row 5, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 883 of Bud Molyneux to the inside, the 41 of Pat Boyce. Row 3 to the outside, the 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. To the inside, the 4 of my homie, Scott Rayomi. Row 2. To the outside, your quick time in the 26. Maverick Seidel to the inside, the 789 of Cale Bixler. And row 1 for heat race number 1. For your Full Throttle Motorsports Rebel Sprint cars to the outside, the 9 of Isaac Bowman. And starting on the pole, the 69 of JK3, John Klimowicz III. And there we go. I can deal with those driver numbers on the leaderboard, actually. Because, well, not all of them are going to match. As you see, Scott's are black. But if you guys go back and re-watch this and you say, why is my number... Go to your iRacing UI and change your number color. And whatever you do that, this will read that. So I'm going to leave it this way. That way I can kind of, differentiate with you guys a little bit. Somebody at home can focus on that color. So, keep it in the memory bank. You guys can this week or, even after this session before you go into the next one. Oh, we got Uncle Ron out there. I didn't see you out there talking, Uncle Ron. Oh, and we had Gramps. What's up, Arlen? I didn't realize you were out there rooting for your grandson there. He brought him a P2. Not too bad. Not too bad. As the Steve King Foundation pace car set the pool off, we take a look to that Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Bowman, what a run off of turn 2. Welcome to the lead, Isaac Bowman. As JK3 stuck on the bottom, watches Seidel go by, and now slots in line. Brian Moore Sr. with a big run. He's looking underneath the 789 of Cale Bixler. Throws it in, not going to use the slide job, leaves him a lane. Boy, oh boy, maybe going to wish he did throw that slide job as they continue to fight. Scott Rayome here, he's trying to get in the mix, the 4. Looking to get in that 4th and, well, I guess everybody going to make the show, so take everything I just said back. 24 guys would make the show, only 17 drivers with us this evening, so all's right. Everybody gonna, you're just determining what row you're gonna start in, basically. Finish second, you're gonna start inside of row 2. If you're where Scotty is, you're gonna start P9 inside row 5 as there's 3 laps to go. Here comes Salsa's protege, beating on the back door, the 9B of Isaac Bowman. Starting to sweat here, 2 laps to play. Isaac Bowman looking to take that white flag one more trip around. We take a look, does Seidel will stay in this cam going down the backstretch? Does Seidel go for a big swing? No, he falls in line, and we look at the checkered flag wave. Bowman brings home heat race number 1. He's going to start P1 for tonight's A main. Seidel, Klimowicz, Moore, Rayome, Bixler, Molyneux, Vecchio, and Boyce to the B. Still wait. There we go. Not sure what happened to Michael there on that last lap. There we go. That's why he had Puffin. I was wondering why there was just dashes next to the 8. All is right. Vecchio makes it around, and we take a look at the starting grid for heat race number 2. Row 4 to the outside, the 28 of Chris Lloyd. To the inside, the 75 of the Mayor, Steve Bixler. Row 3 to the outside, the 62 of Aaron Huffaker. To the inside, the 89 of Mason. Hit him with the high. Row 2 to the outside, your second fast qualifier. The 8 of Scott Thomason. To the inside, the 034 of JKJ, John Klimowicz Jr. Row 1 for heat race number 2 to the outside. The 078 of Jack Clevenger, and starting on the pole, the 49 of Jesse, the Bullet Bandy. It's a new one I'm going to try. If Bandy doesn't hate it, might stick, He always bullets around on the inside. I mean, or he can do it on the outside, too. It don't matter wherever he wants to fire that gun, the bullet's quick. We'll have 8 laps to go. Remember, everybody going to make the show, but you want to put yourself in the best chance you can to go out there and get that top 5. Tonight's, A main. You want to go race the Renegades. That's what it's all about. I was stuck in this division for a long time. That was always the goal. You get top 5, you get to go play a little more, you get to learn. As we take a look to the Florida sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Oh, the Bullet slides up in front of Jack. Mr. Clevenger cuts down to the inside. New leaders, you see Aaron Huffaker. He's slipping up on the outside in that orange and yellow machine. Oh, but he's able to hold on for now. Car wide, that's Chris Lloyd. He's able to keep it straight, though. We continue. as Bandy back out front completes the pass. Off the 2 down the backstretch, now leads at the line, 6 laps to go. Whoa, Scott Thomason. Man, he had to pull on the reins there to get those horses settled, yank them down to the inside. That was a big slip there from the 78 of Jack Clevenger. Watches Thomason go by. Does Scott have enough time to go up here and run down the bullet in the 49? Bandy leads the way, 4 laps to play, we're halfway. Huffaker pulling in the rope here, he's reeling in. JKJ, what can Junior do here? Firm in that middle line, Huffaker about half a lane higher. Can't find the time through 3 and 4, but it is working through 1 and 2. And he reels him in again. 2 laps to go. Jesse Bandy looking to win the heat race number 2 show, but it is still undecided here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The white flag waves, 1 lap to go. Bandy rolls up to the outside, just driving that thing where it's comfy. Throws her right back up there one more time. Doesn't have to worry about a slide job. He collects a checkered flag. He wins heat race number 2. Thomason, Clevenger, Klimowicz, Huffaker, Hine, Bixler, and Lloyd stick around for the A-Main.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season. Thank you to our sponsors and partners.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We're a little over 30 seconds away from your Full Throttle Motorsports Rebel Sprint Car A-Main. Sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy 30 laps here in Florida. Oh! Wild ride for the mayor, Steve Bixler, up and over. Gonna need a backup car, and we're gonna need to get ready to take a look at tonight's start lineup. Flying out the field inside of row 9, the 41 of the librarian, Pat Boyce. Row 8 to the top shelf, the 28 of Chris Lloyd. To the inside, the 147 of Michael Vecchio. Row 7 to the outside, the 75 of the mares, Steve Bixler. To the inside, the 883 of Bud Molyneux. Row 6 to the outside, the 89 of Mason Hine. To the inside, the 789 of Cale Bixler. Row 5 to the high side, the 62 of Aaron Huffaker. To the inside, the 4 of my homie, Scott Raomi. Row 4 to the tippy top in the 034, JKJ, John Klimowicz Jr. To the inside, Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 078 of Jack Clevenger. To the inside, the 69 of JK3, John Klimowicz III. Row 2 to the high side, the 8 of Scott Thomason. To the inside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel. And row 1 for your full throttle motorsports 30-lap Rebel Sprint Car, A-Main to the outside. The 49 of Jesse the Bullet Bandy. And starting on the pole, the 9 of Isaac Bowman. One lap away from getting ready to go green here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Isaac Bowman trying to defend himself from the bullet on the outside. He better be wearing a vest because Bandy is going to be coming, and he's going to be coming hard on the outside. Let's see what he's got. As the Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off, we look to the floor to the sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Your A-Main is underway. Oh, there we go. Shot out of the gun. The bullet to the lead early. Here we go. Jesse Bandy strutting his stuff out front. Scott Thomason, though, he's got the line set. Not going to let him get away. Rough opening lap, though, for Isaac Bowman, who is down already 4 spots from the lead, back to 5th, and he may not be done. Here comes Junior on the outside. No, gets the door slammed shut. Bowman gets to the outside, trying to maintain momentum, get a big boy run. He is in that 5th and final transfer spot to tonight's Renegade A-Main. Meanwhile, we take a peek up front. What's Bandy got going on behind him? Oh, you see Clevenger slide up there. Look at this view. I kind of dig this thing. Thomason now looking to the outside. Bandy gets on the slip and slide. Oh, Thomason, there we go. Taking a peek down low. Battle for 3rd as well. Here comes JK3. No, can't send it. Clevenger on the outside. He holds on. Side-by-side battle between Bixler and Moore Seniors. I clicked the wrong people 3 times. Pretty unbelievable. I mean, I was due for the 4th click. This Bixler by that time gave it up and maybe looking to lose another one here to Aaron Huffaker, who's coming pretty hard in that 62 machine, but slips up. That's why car sideways. Now we get a caution flag. Where was it? Way late. Rayom collected. But man, the one who's destroyed is John Klimowicz III. What happened here? It's looking like he's gonna do this by himself. Unless, yeah, he just goes up, slaps it. I mean, he wanted to, keep that momentum, and he saw Clevenger slip up a little bit. Maybe thought he could go up to the outside, and here we go up. We bounce off the fence. Thank God the fence is there. Some people would have got taken out. And Brian Moore Sr. says, whoa, holy cow. I get it. You're not thinking about holding your brakes there, but that ends up collecting Bixler and Huffaker as well. Scott Rayom. He slaps him with the right rear. Does Oh, he does. He got that pretty good. Yeah, bounces around. I would think Scott suffered some good damage out of that. And that's like 4 or 5 cars collected in that one. And, man, that started with him going off the racetrack and bouncing back on Wild Ride. And Scott Thomason probably just got the news that he's going to line up on the inside here for the restart. Anxiously jumps to the inside. He's excited. He's ready to go. How many times can the bullet fire around the outside? I imagine he's got at least those 21 laps left in him. This is going to be tough to unseat that Phantom Motorsports driver, but we'll have to see. Maybe Scott's the man with the plan here. As we take a look at the Steve King Foundation pace car, pulls off the racing surface. The green flag is high. We're going to make some dirt fly as the green flag waves. We're back underway. Great restart from the 49, who absolutely looking to book it here. Thomason on the outside. Bowman trying to collect the positions he lost in the beginning. Started P1. Love to get back on the podium. The 9's got the top shelf open because Jack Clevenger trying to work the bottom. Hits the slip and slide, though. Loses a lot of time. Bandy clips the wall as well. Scott Thomason reels him in. Here we go. We got a battle for the lead of the show. Clevenger looking to make it a three-way here. Dives on the bottom, but loses a lot of time through 1 and 2. Tries to get some back through 3 and 4. Indeed does. He makes up a lot of time as well down the front stretch. It's here that he's got to find the time. Does a lot better that time through 1 and 2. Move Jack Clevenger up to P2, the 78. How far can he go on the bottom? Getting down on his knees, milking the cows down here in Florida. Jack Clevenger looking to find all that he can, use up all that moisture that's left. But man, Thomason may have had it at the line that time. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh, he clears him this time. Jack Clevenger says, I don't care, I like the bottom. It's nice down here. Stays down there. Thomason reels him back in. Says, Shaggy, shut the heck up, man. I'm making up so much time on the bottom through 1 and 2. We don't need these guys to know that. But, man, is he impressive right now in this 78 machine. Jack Clevenger, oh, he slips off the bottom. Would have had the lead, gave it away there. But he's not done. He's still there, still going to continue to swing. Only 9 cars left on the lead lap. Kill Bixler at the tail end. So really the war of attrition is kind of set in. And what I think that means is unless these guys get naughty at the front, this may stay green the rest of the way. Bandy looking to shut the gate here. He still leaves it open through 1 and 2. Goes up, sparks the outside wall. Side by side, Jack Clevenger. What can he do? The So 78 leads the way. 13 left to play. Oh, the bullet fires back, though, on the outside. The Bandit. Oh, boy, just stealing him. Yeah, maybe actually, you know, I've been trying to force the bullet. Maybe he's the Bandit. With the way he's just thieving people on the inside and the outside. Thomason collects the inside wall. No caution flag waves. That's going to doom Isaac Bowman, who definitely got some heavy damage in that thing. Let's see here. Can we get a better view on the Bowman machine? Front wing beat up. I can't, it doesn't look to be necessarily steering straight either. He's cranking the wheel going down the backstretch. That's going to be tough to bring that one home. But if anybody can do it, it's Isaac Bowman. As meanwhile, Jesse Bandy looking to pull away here. The bottom might have lost its muster here as Jack Clevenger slipping down the chart here. 1 second behind. Slides up, bounces off the outside wall. Jack Clevenger just going to have to lick the paws here and try to bring home P2 because Maverick Seidel, he's back on the bottom step of the podium here. Seidel may be able to reel him in if he can keep that thing humming. The Phantom Motorsports driver, though, of the 49. The Bandit, Jesse Bandy. Man, he is... I mean, unless we get a caution. And we may not see this 49 again. I hate doing this to Bandy every time he wins a race. And I may have just jinxed us with the caution. No, it does not come out. What happened to Isaac Bowman? We'll check this out real quick. Isaac Bowman was trying to hang on to that fifth and final transfer spot. He gets in the outside wall. And the 89 of Mason Hine doesn't check up. He runs over the left rear. They both get involved. And now Mason Hine, he's not going to be in that fifth and final transfer. It's going to be Brian Moore Sr. And Aaron Huffaker, he's close, but I don't know if he's close enough. We've only got 3 laps to go. Here comes your leader as well, Jesse Bandy. Two laps left this time by as we take a peek here for the battle of the final transfer to go Renegades racing. Aaron Huffaker, can he will that 62 machine around the 55? He is trying to work the inside. Lots of tack going down the backstretch. He continues to pull even, but Jesse Bandy, he's got the white flag. 1 lap to go. Down the backstretch into 3 for the final time. The Bandit looking to steal another checkered flag. He does by 2 seconds. Maverick Seidel takes P2 at the line, I think, over Jack Clevenger. Klimowicz 4th. Moores Sr. brings home P5, and Aaron Huffaker 2 seconds back. There may have been some contact between those two. Let's see here before we pull this up. So, Aaron, this is going into 1 on the final lap. He just gets loose. And Brian Moore Sr. really nowhere to react. He spins around like a top. And Huffaker, he's going to end up on the lid there, not able to bring it home. Well, let's take a look here at your race results. Heard the podium there. Junior brings home P4. Brian Moore Sr., I guess I should say Klimowicz Jr., since we're going to have, or no, we don't have Klimowicz Sr. in here. Never mind, we're good. Junior brings home P4, Senior 5th, Huffaker 6th, Cale Bixler 7th, Molyneux 8th, Bowman 9th, and Hine rounds out the top 10. The rest of your field: Thomason, Boyce, Klimowicz the third, Steve Bixler, Chris Lloyd, Scott Rayome, and Michael Vecchio. And there you can see Jack Clevenger did edge him out by 0.004 of a second. So that's what the leaderboard lies a lot of times. That's why we got to pull this one up at the end. What a run. Back to the line between those two. That's what you want to have for a closeout, and we'll see if we can't get a word. If we can't trust SDK, see, we got to go back to this, actually. Yeah. I clicked on Clevenger first because it's got him listed as third on SDK, but that is wrong. It's going to go to this man, but I am sure he is just fine with this. But I'll tell you, Maverick, when you came across the line, brother, I had no idea who that was going to. My leaderboard said it was you, but the official standings at the end got him scored by 0.004 of a second in front of you. I mean, side by side, not for the lead, but for second, man. Can't ask for much more than that. Hell of a way to close out. How we feeling?
Well, I'm pretty pumped up. Third is definitely a leap forward in my book right now, especially since I've taken such a long break, and it feels good to be back up in the podiums.
Yeah, now, not to jump this one too much, obviously we want to enjoy the P3, but how much does it mean to you, now you get to go get a little bit more track time. We going to go run with the Renegades?
That's the plan, sir.
Well, hey, we'll be rooting you on, Maverick. Congratulations on the P3. Hell of a run. So close to P2. But, hey, man, got to take what you can get. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, gotta thank Venom Racing, JRB Designs, RSN Trackside, Mission 22, Top Notch Trucking, ShaggyTV, of course, and last but not least, I gotta thank the father that has brought me through the rungs yet again, Mr. Salsa, Isaac himself. Without him, I probably wouldn't be here right now, so, a lot of support goes out to him, and it's been fun.
Well, there we go. The protege of Salas brings home P3. Hell of a job, Maverick. Can't wait to watch you run in the Renegades.
Thank you, sir.
Seidel bringing home P3, and now we get to talk to the man who just edged him out for P2. Jack, I'll tell you, man, you guys coming to the line. I had no idea who was going to bring that home, man. Did you know till you kind of looked at the standings? That was so close.
I could hear him. I was, I didn't have any force feedback all night, so it was like I don't know if you could see me. It felt really twitchy, and I'm sure it looked that way. So that's why it was so twitchy, and I was just trying to hold the bottom, and like, how force feedback helps so much, and trying to get down on the bottom with not to hit the wall when it's so easy to turn. It was a little fun.
Oh, yeah, man. I couldn't imagine having no force feedback. I even hated force feedback, so I had to go get I guess it is a different version, but I had to get the direct drive wheel just because I wanted more of it. I couldn't imagine having none of it, man. That makes all the what you did where I want to hit the rewind button a little bit more impressive, brother, because let's be honest, there was a time where if you wanted to be that guy, you can slide up and take the lead, man. You had the bottom hooking up, but you decided to maintain it down there. Is that what made it so much harder? As the track went away, the no force feedback, just tough to roll the bottom.
Yeah, just like I would get in and like I'd find myself turning too much, so I knew I was going to hit the wall and had to actually like turn the other way, and then I'm up in the slick, and then I'm impatient and just hammering the gas and blowing the tires off. So it just made it, between no force feedback and my impatience, it didn't help anything. And I was really good on the bottom and was hoping I could hold it, but Jesse was pretty good on top, so I didn't have nothing for him.
Did something unplug? Did something mess up? Like, will you be able to fix that before the Renegades, or are you going to have to deal with it if you go racing again?
It's I think it's just something to do with my app. I was messing with I have a Fanatec wheel, and I was messing with that stuff, and I think I screwed stuff up and wasn't able to get it fixed before I started. So I think it's just an app issue and me messing with stuff I shouldn't be messing with.
Well, hey, hopefully you get that thing fixed up and get yourself at 100% to go out and play again, man, with the Renegades. But hell of a job bringing home a P2. And like I say, man, in another life there, you throw that slider and you got some force feedback, you win this thing because you were fast as hell. Hell of a run, Jack. Congrats on the P2. Who we want to thank?
I'll just thank you for the broadcast and Coast to Coast for the place to race, and congratulations to the other guys on the podium.
Hell of a job, Jack. Good luck in the Renegades, brother.
Thank you.
Jack Clevenger bringing home P2, and here we go. We got the Bandit, Jesse Bandy. Boy, oh boy, man. 2.5 seconds, good night. I mean, Jack did make you sweat, though, for a little bit. What were you thinking when you saw that 78 down to your left?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought, I was going to lose the lead for sure. But I ain't very good at running the bottom. That's no secret. I've always said I struggle on the bottom, and I just figured I was going to keep it where it was going to stay. And if he got around me, he earned it. He deserves it at that point, right? I wasn't going to drop down, just take his nose off, start running his line. I did see him. I mean, I think he actually got ahead of me, or maybe even led a lapper.
Yeah, he did. We're watching it right now. Yeah, and then he got loose into one, and you got him right back. He led one lap. Yeah, and then he tried to settle on the bottom, which is where I was kind of going, Bandy, because where he got loose, I mean, let's be honest, you had to expect it. I mean, were you surprised he didn't go up there and then throw it up on the top in 1 and 2? That had to catch you by surprise.
Yeah, I mean, I heard, I don't know if it was Thomason or who it was. I heard somebody behind me from the start there. And so, I mean, I heard a car behind me most of the race. And then I saw Clevenger on the left monitor, and I knew we were in for a battle at that point. No love lost there. So, yeah, I mean, like I say, I just was going to stay up top, hope the bottom went away, maybe just win off of consistency maybe. And, if I brought her in P2 or P3, that's where she would have been.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, man. You were just so consistent up top. You just couldn't hammer the bottom as consistent. And maybe there was a little more speed there, but just struggled with the consistency, whereas you were perfect on the outside. Congratulations on another Rebel Sprint Car win, brother. Can't wait to see what you do out here in the Renegades. But you got anybody you want to thank on the big win?
Oh, obviously everybody over at Phantom Motorsports, Velocity Race Designs, Ross, Chris, and all the boys. It's been nice having Fitzpatrick back the last 2 weeks. Just kind of like bringing the old band back together. Been running laps with him and just kind of went back to the drawing board and kind of reset a bunch of stuff and just ran some basic stuff. We weren't the fastest car tonight, as you mentioned, but it was comfortable and it got the job done. So that part I'm glad we did for sure.
Yeah, man. Definitely consistency goes a long way when you're not on the slip and slide like everybody else around you. Hell of a job. Give him hell in the Renegades, brother.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the broadcast. Appreciate it.
Of course, Mr. Bandy. Who else would I leave these Monday Night Madness Monday Night Madness events to? I mean, they're all mine now. That Marty, he's a busy man. He's got the IRL broadcasting gigs that hopefully I get to eat up someday. But hey, for now, Marty's the man with the IRL gig. So I'm picking up the slack here on the sim. Stick around. We're going to take a short break. As soon as I get into the Renegade sessions, we'll cut the video, come back live. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Thank you to our sponsors and
I
partners
forgot I
for
messed
the
up the first one. Sorry, I'm supposed to run this
2025-2026
video in
winter
between.
season.
That's why I put it on loop. I couldn't remember why I put it on loop and made it so hard on myself to retime it, but that's because I run this video now. We'll be back. Give me 2 minutes.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network as I do a little, editing, bring up your JRB logo for your Renegade Sprint cars here. You have heard JRB mentioned a couple times tonight, so, and they were on some pretty nice paint jobs there on the podium. So if you are looking for a sick paint job, look no further than JRB Designs. That's definitely would get a full. I don't know if this means anything to anybody, but a full Shaggy recommendation. Over here, we try to get the Pink Panthers scheme to load up. There we go. And as we do that, checkered flag waves, warm-ups come to a close, and hey, it's going to be a quick night here for Monday Night Madness. Let's go. This is, chop, chop, they said. Going to be the first one out. Ooh. The teddy bear, he's learning Shaggy's ways. He says, if I get out there first, I'm going to get this SSR09 machine out on the racetrack. As I missed Teddy's Sprint Car League last night, I was too invested in football. Shame on me. Would have loved to play with these things at Lernerville. Teddy bear rolls around lap number 1 in the books on a 13:47. Should be no surprise though. Salsa, the quick man, and now bested by the 518 of Joseph Grandy. Let's watch Salsa cross the line for the final time. He slows down. Holy Hannah! Grandy definitely slows down. If that lap speeds up, he was on an absolute heater. The 39 of Spangler, the high side banger. Yellow, yellow, that ain't what the 39 wanted for the final time around. Gavin Chatham, purple sector 2, but dogged it in sector 1. P5 for the 99. As the Pink Panther, lap 1 in the books, Jesse Atkinson. P8, can he find a little bit more time? Honestly, Jesse, you don't want to find any time, I think. He jumps up to P5. And I think P7 and P8 are going to be the money spots for the invert. Should have 2 heat races. Ross Carina just joined. He's not going to be able to qualify. I wouldn't think. Let me take a look at the time. No way. 10 seconds. But he did join up, so we should have, I guess, 2 heat races, 9 apiece, if it's set up the same as the Rebels. Qualifying comes to a close. We'll get ready to take a look at your JRB Designs Heat Race number 1. And it is indeed not set up like the Rebels. We're going to do 3 heat races here. Row 3 to the outside, the 26 of Maverick. Seidel to the inside, the 217 of the Gentleman. Jack hit. Row 2 to the outside, the 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandy to the inside, the 5 of Salsa. Isaac Salas. Row 1. For heat race number 1 to the outside, the 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. And starting on the pole, the 09 of the Teddy Bear, Ted York. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel out there, obviously, to each their own, but especially when everybody is already making the show. We got Gary out there. Oh, you asked me how I did with my 24. We probably shouldn't talk about that. We did okay. I love my teammates, and I think some of them would admit maybe they didn't put in as much time as, we maybe need to do for a road course. And I did fairly well. I wrecked the car once pretty bad. But at that point, by the time I got in the car, we were way out of it. So, it's kind of a different mentality at that point in time. But definitely, where I was going before I saw Mr. Gary's comment there. I don't know how you guys feel, but to me, when a heat race, when you only have 6, when we could have done the 9 and 9, it just loses a little bit of the oomph. I like them to have at least 8, if that's possible. Give me 4 full rows. The pace car pulls off. The green flag is high. We're gonna make some dirt fly. Your JRB Designs Renegade Sprint Car Heat Race number 1 is underway. Side-by-side battle for the lead. Mr. Wednesday Night to the point. Joseph Grandy cracking the whip on the outside. The 518. Oh boy, he's got to give the teddy bear some breathing room. Tried to give him a squeeze. Isaac Salas in the middle, 3 wide. The gentleman somehow settled it down. Maverick Seidel goes around both of them. Joseph Grandy also takes the lead through 3 and 4. Mr. Wednesday Night. Oh boy, Grandy went for a big old hike to keep that thing on the outside. Up in the Hershey Kisses, the teddy bear now battling for P2. Ted York slide job. Mr. Wednesday Night cuts back underneath. Side by side, Maverick Seidel looking to get involved. Oh! Ted York maybe looking to come down as Seidel was looking to come up. They make contact. He goes up and over hard. Mr. Moore throws the slider on Seidel. 3 laps to go. Joseph Grandy running away with this thing, looking to start P1 for tonight's A main. Got your quick time and is going to win heat race number 1. He is gone, but we have no idea who is going to bring home P2. It could be Moore. It could be Seidel. Hell, it could be Salsa. As Grandy sees the white flag wave, 1 lap to play. Moore throws it up the racetrack. Seidel cuts underneath. They make contact. Isaac blinks on the outside. Will he come back? We'll never know. Yes, he does. Grandy wins heat race number 1. Contact between Jack Hit and Isaac. Moore, Seidel, Hit, and Salas, followed by the teddy bear. He rounds out heat race number 1. Starting lineup for your JRB Designs. Heat race number 2. Row 3 to the outside, the 36 of Barry Goldner to the inside, the 7 of Bob DeGood. Row 2 to the top shelf, the 39 of the high side banger, Patrick Spangler to the inside, the 127 of the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson. Row 1 for heat race number 2 to the outside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds, and starting on the pole, the 034 of JKJ, John Limowitz Jr. Klimowicz lines up the inside of Dino. We'll do one more trip around the Volusia Speedway Park before the Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. And we get ready to go race for 8 laps. High side banger in the 39. What can he do from the outside of row 2? It's going to be one to keep your eye on. You know as well, man, if you can go out here and win heat 2, I mean, start on the outside for the feature, that's arguably P1 now as we roll out of turn 2. But as we look to the sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Heat race number 2 is underway. Dino with a big run takes the early lead. Jesse Atkinson looking to follow suit, but JK Jr. blocks the outside. Oh, we're 3 wide. Patrick Spangler on the bottom. Hang on to her brother. Jesse slides up. He moves up the P2. Dean Reynolds looking to pull away. Side by side behind Dean Reynolds here. As you see Jesse take a big swing on the inside. He makes up a lot of time. Dino, he's got to hear him coming. He's got to be perfect here if he wants to bring this one home. Spangler trying to find a way around Bob the Good. Can't do it this time. Goes to the inside, slides up the racetrack. Bob got to crack the throttle there. Almost loses it. Move the high side banger into fourth. Dean Reynolds, here we go. Got some company. Jesse Atkinson beating down the door. Thought he was going to peek to the outside. Instead, takes a look on the inside. Oh, shoves Dino up out of the way. The 79 up over the wall. And boy, oh boy, the 79 not going to be happy about being muscled out of the way. Jesse Atkinson continues. He's going to try to hold on for the final time. Through 3 and 4, checkered flag waves, and Jesse Atkinson wins heat race number 2. Klimowicz, Spangler, DeGood, Goldner, and man, oh man, Dino rounds out the field. Probably a good thing we have iRacing voice chat off right now as we take a look at the starting grid for heat race number 3, row 3, it is heat 3. Row 3 to the outside, the 10 of the Boss. Ross Carina to the inside, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Row 2 to the outside, the 83 of the Spider Monkey. Brandon Dittmer to the inside, the 99 of the Dark Knight, Gavin Chatham. Row 1 for heat race number 3, your third and final heat race for your JRB Designs Renegade Sprint Cars. To the outside, the 161 of the Desert Demon, Terry Landis, and starting on the pole, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. No Ross Carina here. Hopefully makes it back for the A main and at least gets the start in this thing. But we will be missing the Boss here for the start of heat race number 3. Went down and I told Gavin Chatham prior to the race I was happy the 99 showed up. The Dark Knight got all my chips here. We went down to the betting window, gonna let it ride on the 99. We got him to, we have him parlayed to win his heat race and win the A main. So, should be a good payout. If Gavin can, clutch up, come through for your boy here. That's what we're hoping for. I mean, obviously, as a broadcaster, for a good race, but also, it'd be nice to put a little money in the pocket. Well, as the Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off, we take a look to that Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Heat race number 3 is underway. Terry Landis, there he goes, using that run on the outside. New leader as we enter 3, Gavin Chatham. Storming on the bottom. What can the 99 do? The Dark Knight trying to peek out here. Can't do it. Jeff Barker throws the slide job. Terry Landis says, I'll cut underneath. Thank you. He goes to the lead. Yoo-hoo, a.k.a. Chocolate Water, out front, 3 wide behind. Oh! Gavin and Dipper make a little contact. Barker gets the worst of it. The Spider Monkey trying to carry him through. Can't do it. As Gavin now, can he go up here and get by Terry Landis? Definitely some contact here, and I guess worth looking at here. We have 5 laps to go. Let's be honest. Gavin Chatham, not being rude, probably about to get the lead here. You can see that it already kind of kicked off. Let's see. So, yeah, Gavin just coming up, and Dittmer's there. I mean, not going to be intentional, but definitely through the fault of the 99, who Gavin Chatham, he just crashed as well. Terry Landis now up front by a mile. What happened to Gavin Chatham? Gavin clipped the wall on the inside, and he went around, and that moves Anthony Morano up to P2 as the white flag flies. We're only down to we're down to 3 cars, and one of them's 5 seconds behind. That's Gavin Chatham. As Terry Landis. Been a while for the Desert Demon, but he wins heat race number 3. He's going to start P3. Morano, Chatham, Barker, Dittmer, and Corinna round out your field. Stick around for the A-Main.
Thank you to our sponsors and partners for the 2025-2026 winter season.
A little over 30 seconds before the Renegade Sprint Cars go play here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Let me know who you got. I told you all my chips are on the 99. I got the Dark Knight of Gavin Chatham. But hit that like button. Let me know who you got. Light up the box. Here we go. Final show of Monday night. Your JRB Renegade Sprint Car. Row 9 to the outside to 10 of the boss. Ross Corinna to the inside to 79 of Dino, Dean Reynolds. Row 8 to the outside, the 09 of the Teddy Bear. Ted York to the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast. Jeff Barker. Row 7 to the top shelf, the 36 of Barry Goldner. To the inside, the 5 of Salsa. Isaac Salas. Row 6 to the outside, the 83 of the Spider Monkey. Brandon Dipper to the inside, the 7 of Bob DeGood. Row 5 to the top shelf, the 217 of the Gentleman. Jack Hit to the inside, the 99 of the Dark Knight. Gavin Chatham. Row 4 to the outside, the 39 of the High Side Banger. Patrick Spangler to the inside, the 26 of Maverick Seidel. Row 3 to the outside, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man. Anthony Morano to the inside, the 034 of JKJ, John Klimowicz Jr. Row 2 to the outside, the 55 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. to the inside, the 161 of the Desert Demon, Terry Landis. Row 1 for your JRB Designs Renegade Sprint Car. Amen to the outside, the 127 of the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson, and starting on the pole, the 518 of $100,000, Joseph Grandy. As the cars roll through 3 and 4 for the final time, we take a look to the Florida sky. The green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. 35 laps to play. Your JRB Renegade Sprint Car A-Main is underway. Right away to the point, the 518 of $100,000. Showing me why I should have picked the dang driver I sponsor out to an early lead of $100,000. Not messing around, got the hammer down on the outside. He leads the way. 2, 3 wide here behind. This is where all the racing is. Anthony Morano in the middle, 3 wide. Boy, oh boy, that's Seidel on the outside. Spangler had enough of the bottom. Anthony Morano, 2 for 1, got 1. Oh, is he looking to get both back? The Ant-Man working the bottom, trying to patrol. The 32, here we go. Clear Seidel, gets back to the outside. Patrick Spangler, now it's his turn. The 39 works even on the 26, rolls the middle through 3 and 4. Does he show him the tail tank? Not just yet, stays down. He says, gonna get it now. Slides up the racetrack. The High Side Banger gonna try to get in the wake of the Desert Demon. Terry Landis singing in P4 right now, loving where he's at. Can see those front 3, but would like to get a little closer. Contact behind Patrick Spangler. Boy, oh boy, how did he hang on to that? The High Side Banger. Oh, he clips the wall one more time. Clips it again. Beats it down. Oh, man, oh, man. Patrick Spangler. Three wide behind. Here we go. The teddy bear gets on the outside. Dino in the middle. Ted York with a big run, looking to climb the hill, go around Isaac Salas. Dino thinking about making it 3 wide. No, he's got to jump the binders. Jeff Barker's got to lift off. We're racing hard, but we're racing clean. 2 by 2 by 2. Maverick Seidel on the outside. Gavin Chatham working the bottom. There goes Patrick Spangler around the Dark Knight. The 99 loving it on the outside, or excuse me, the 39 loving it on the outside. Meanwhile, Gavin committed to that bottom, and it is not working at the moment. Brian Moore Sr. trying to reel in Jesse Atkinson here as Joseph Grandy 1.5 seconds up the road, $100,000. If you're listening, baby that thing, save some right rear because you are gone, and the boys behind you are almost side by side. Chatham got the bottom working. He says, Shaggy, you don't know nothing. There he goes back around those 2. Gavin slides up though through 3 and 4, grabs the cushion. Here we go. Oh, Red Rover, we got one over. Ted York on the outside of 1 and 2. No caution flag going to wave up there. Tough break for the Teddy Bear as we continue. Single file until, well, not an until. We are single file all over this racetrack. Isaac Salas now up and over. No caution flag for him either. Boy, oh boy, Flagman feeling lazy tonight, keeping it green. Joseph Grandy loving every second of this. Brian Moore Sr., here we go. Anthony Morano trying to take some peeks on the inside. That blue 32 getting a little closer. What's the Ant-Man do? Look at him pull up to the rear. But at Brian Moore, so good corner exit that he gets a little bit of it back. But Anthony, he keeps running that line through 1 and 2. He is going to get him. It's not a matter of if, it's when. And it was maybe going to be there, but the caution flag waves. As Dean Reynolds, who has been having a tough night, may have just gotten a little more difficult there for the 79, is Bob DeGood going to slide up the racetrack a little bit. And we're going to go up top. There may have been net code there. Oh, may have. My holy Hannah, there's some net code. There was plenty of room there. And that's when Dino's going to be hot until he looks at that replay. When he looks at the replay and sees what he, should see, what we saw there, hopefully everything settles down in the 79 camp. Because, yeah, that's a tough break. But arguably the toughest break is for the man up front. Joseph Grandy, who was, without question, going to bring this thing home. I mean, it was going to no one other than the 518. Reading, I got a Facebook message from the one and only Marty Sakala sending me my broadcast camera links for tomorrow night. Got the big digital dash going on tomorrow, night 1. Qualifying night 2 will be Wednesday, and the main event will be Thursday, which is why you'll be having Adam Flieger all night Thursday. Your boy will not be here. Grandy choosing the bottom. Now remember, Bandy, different racetrack, different the way it was wore, but Bandy chose the outside in the Rebels. Grandy going to choose the bottom. As you look to the sky, the green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. We're back underway. Good jump there by Joseph Grandy. Side-by-side battle for second here. Anthony Morano trying to get into the mix. He wants to get on the podium. Big send by Brian Moore Sr. He goes up the racetrack, down the hill. Net code once again. I could see that live. Jack hit up and over. Maverick Seidel missing a front wing. We're not going to get a caution flag. We continue. And that's a tough break. That was another net code. You could just see it, man. That is not what you want to have happen, but that is what happened. And here we go, Anthony Morano working for P2. Contact! Jesse Atkinson. He loses the front wing. Oh boy, the Pink Panther. He's going to have to bring this thing home sick. He gets run over from behind by Bob DeGood. Terry Landis up and over. Holy crap, holy. Oh, boy. So we saw where that kind of started, though. We're going to go up top and we'll watch it branch out. So, well, actually, let's do one better. Let's go to Jesse Atkinson. Let's watch the whole thing. Because it really, to be fair, it kicked off here. You see Anthony floating up the racetrack, just coming up. There's a little bit, man, dude. I know they got close, and, Jesse's probably going to be upset, but you can see in the over-the-top, that was netcode again. I don't know what is going on with netcode here tonight. I have not seen it this bad in a really long time. Oh, man, that's a tough break. And then Bob, maybe not aware, hey, this guy, he's got some damage, no front wing. He drives it in deep, slams into the back of him. The Desert Demon, he gets originally turned by again netcode. Then they do actually hook up. Senior with nowhere to go. He pounds into the 161. That puts him back up in the outside wall. Needless to say, we had a big one here at Volusia. As the lights are off, though, apparently we took a long time breaking down that replay, so already the one to go. Drivers will get set to take that green flag at my pick, I'm not going to get that parlay of winning the heat. I may get the individual bet, of him winning this race. He's inside of row 2. He's going to make Grandy work as hard as he can here. The pace car pulls off. The green flag is high. Let's watch some dirt fly. Your A-main is back underway. Gavin with an excellent restart. You can see Anthony slipping a little bit. Gavin already up to P2 here as we enter 3. Can he seal the deal off of 4? Gavin Chatham safe and sound in the 99. Boy, oh boy, he has got it humming on the bottom. Here we go. The high side banger, Patrick Spangler, he clipped the outside wall. He is absolutely as high as you can go. I think that's my job, Patrick, to get up that high. The 39 normally, you don't do that and drive. But he has all the way sailed around the outside, beating this wall down. 9 or 10 dots to go. Gavin Chatham is close to your race leader, but Grandy doing a good job of playing defense here. Rolling that middle line, not leaving enough room, for Gavin to feel invited down on that inside. And he's floating up, grabbing the cushion on exit, just doing a great job of shielding the racetrack. Now Gavin goes to the outside. He's trying to build some steam through 3 and 4. Does reel him in as we enter 1, but it's going to take some work. Going to take a couple laps of that. Now Grandy goes upstairs. He's going to protect. He's going to do the same. Smart play by the 518. Brian Moore Sr. gets around Maverick Seidel here. Can he reel in Klimowicz Jr.? That's going to be the battle for 8. See in front Jesse Atkinson trying to get around using the high side on Jeff Barker. Jeff's so quick on the bottom going down these long straights here at Volusia that it's tough to get around, and Joseph Grandy continues to lead the way with 5 laps left to play. Grandy blinks, he comes back, the Magic Man. Using some tricks here on these guys. Gavin trying to burn this place down. He has got the right rear humming. He reels him in. Here we go. 3.5 laps left. Gavin gets up a little too high, oversteps the cushion in the middle, but Grandy slaps the wall going down the front stretch. Here we go. Gavin Chatham, is he close? He goes to the outside. Yellow flag waves. Yellow flag waves. And it was for a car entering the track surface. All Ever want to see a car 4 laps down bringing out the caution flag as they re-enter the track? But to each their own. Definitely what Joseph Grandy probably wants to see, because Gavin Chatham had it cooking. And he was reeling him in. I mean, he was all over the tail tank. But this should set us up, I think, maybe a green-white checkered, or we're going to have 3 to go. But boy, oh boy. That maybe made this one, it may have made it more interesting for some other guys, but man, oh man, definitely made this battle for the lead maybe cool down and possibly come to a close here. We'll have to see what happens. Drivers roll down the backstretch here for the final time. Will be a single file restart as we're within 10 laps to go. Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off. Joseph Grandy hits the loud pedal, and we are back underway. 2 laps to play. Gavin got to be perfect here. He goes to the inside, doesn't think it has enough steam build up to get to the top shelf. Now he rides the wall. This is Grandy's race to lose as the white flag waves. 100 grand. Can he return to victory lane? He is half a lap away. Gavin is close, but not close enough. Grandy goes to the outside. He sees the checkered flag wave. Welcome back to victory lane. 100 grand gets it done at the Volusia Speedway Park. Congratulations to Joseph Grandy, Gavin Chatham, P2, and Anthony Morano rounds out the podium. Patrick Spangler, P4, Dittmer rounds out the top 5. Atkinson, Barker, Klimowicz Jr., Brian Moore Sr., and Maverick Seidel, your top 10, the rest of your field. Goldner, Reynolds, DeGood, Landis, Hitt, York, Salas, and Corinta. Ross was never able to go here. Tough break, but all in all, pretty good race, I would say. These guys, doesn't matter if they're happy with it, you know, that's what they've got to deal with, is see if we can't get a word with the driver of the 32, Anthony Morano. We'll let him make his way down into the waiting room. Anthony is in the waiting room. You may be talking to Joe real quick. I always give him like 10 to 15 seconds, and then we grab them and we yank them up. Anthony, Shaggy in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Well, it seemed like, man, you know, you had enough there during the green flag run. You were holding off Gavin. What we saw in that final restart, we all know how difficult it is, man. Grandy gets the good jump. Gavin has the better view. He gets the best of you on the restart and kind of gets by you. I know he's your teammate, but man, it's got to sting losing him that way when you were racing him pretty hard and you were racing him clean.
Yeah, I mean, that was yeah, that you know, he had a little bit better view. Even though I'm looking, you know, because I'm in VR, so I'm actually looking at Grandy's front tires. But I spun the tires a little bit on that start too. It didn't help me, and still, you know, just eventually I'll figure these things out where I feel like I'm actually in control the entire time. Down the straightaway, I felt like I had to pedal it a lot more than I probably should have been. So it cost a little speed, but I mean, tough race. Don't know. I got some work to do at Volusia, I guess, before you come back here. Wasn't all that comfortable out there.
Well, I mean, to not be comfortable and still run a pretty dominant P3, man, that says a lot about you, because the car seemed pretty comfortable. And obviously, I mean, they're rolling down towards the end, not as close to them. Well, at the end you were because of the restart, but before, not as close as you would have liked. But any, thoughts? Hey, if that caution flag doesn't come out, I mean, those guys were about to put on a race. I don't know what view you out of that, but Gavin was about to make the move right as the caution flag flew. Do you think, they start racing hard, you can go up there and maybe get one of them?
That's what I was actually hoping for. That caution really killed
car
what I was hoping
car
for.
pulling
I
off
know,
a pit road come to a stop too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. No comment. But yeah, I was. I know Gavin had a real good run, and that caution came out, and I was like, well, there goes any chance of them getting at it, and then me trying to sneak underneath them and come out of a corner or something. But yeah, that's a crappy way to stop a race like that. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I guess.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah, that's crappy. But that's all I'm saying about that topic.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, man, at least it didn't hurt you. You're somehow able to hold off, one of the best we have. Patrick was right behind you.
Yeah.
Dittmer ended up.
I saw that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, and Dittmer ended up even getting the best of him. Patrick he was all the way up on the outside. Long way to go around tonight. But, man, you were smooth. Hung around there, P3, most of the night, and you bring it home, P3. Congratulations, Anthony. Who we want to thank, brother?
I gotta thank the boys over there at FTM. My wife Sherry, the boy Dean Supercar Car, Logan on Lens, Swan Speed Shop, Castleberry Flagstone, Expert Installation, Vertex Graphics. Let's see. Yeah, I don't even know who sponsors this dealio at night here.
JRB Designs.
All right. Well, big shout out to them for sponsoring the division. See, I haven't been on here enough. I don't even know what's going on half the time.
Yeah, you've been a busy man on Mondays, which is all the more impressive if the car's uncomfortable, man. You finish on the podium. That's just a lot.
I've been hanging around top fives. Not a lot of podiums. I haven't gotten to talk to you much this year. Been a rough season, but just plugging away and trying to stick my nose somewhere in points and see what happens. But I think ShaggyTV, Shaggy for doing the broadcasting, Jack for doing the admin work here, and everyone at Coast to Coast.
Well, hey, hell of a run, man. Can't wait to talk to you again, brother. Good job tonight.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Anthony Morano brings home P3, and man, oh man, we are maybe talking to this guy one spot later if a car doesn't pull off pit road and come to a stop on the bottom of the racing surface. Gavin Chatham. Oh, man, you're probably thinking, what more do I got to do, brother? I mean, you're fixing to make the move. The yellow laundry flies. I mean, it's helped you a couple times, but I think we've been here before, man. That yellow flag seems to bite this 99. How are we feeling, though? P2, that's a hell of a run.
No, you know what? It's a great run, especially starting ninth and after I thought I thought I had a good shot at quick time there, and I messed up in qualifying, and I definitely messed up big time in the heat race. So definitely to rally back from ninth to come up there and finish second is definitely huge, and we'll definitely take it. Yeah, really unfortunate. I guess with the caution there, I mean, we were gaining some momentum there on Joseph, and it's kind of like a cat and mouse game up there, or chess game, whatever you want to say. I was coming on the bottom, and then he switched his lineup, what came to the bottom, and so then I set it up on the top, and then it really started rolling up there. So I said, okay, can't pass them. When you pass someone, you can't go through them. You got to go around them. So I was just trying to switch up my line, and it really stuck in 3 and 4, and I felt really good. And I was getting ready there to make my move, and it would have been tough. The track was pretty slick, so the slider would have been pretty far to throw, and the momentum probably would have been killed. So he probably would have crossed me back up, but definitely would at least gave us a shot there. So yeah, no, it's unfortunate. Things sometimes go in your favor and sometimes they don't. But we may not got the win, but definitely big picture wise, getting second place is definitely huge, and we'll definitely take it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, a 2-3 for the team and a great points night with a P2. Congratulations, Gavin. Hell of a run. Who we want to thank, brother?
First, I just want to thank you, Shaggy, for doing an awesome job with the broadcast. I want to thank Coast to Coast Racing, all the admin sponsors, everybody behind the scenes, everybody that helps put these races on, allows us to come out here and go race and do what we like to do. I just want to thank FTM Full Throttle Motorsports, Mike Schick Motorsports Design, Velocity Race Design, Northeast Outlaw Motorsports, Chatham Motorsports, Vertex Graphics, Super Dark Car Series. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I feel like I always forget somebody, but I just want to thank all the sponsors and all the help we get. And I just want to thank the fans for coming out watching the races, and I just want to thank my fans as well for coming out and watching the races as well. And shout out to Anthony, who did a real good job there, finishing third, and good for him. He put on a heck of a race, and congrats Joseph on the win.
Yeah, hell of a job, man. Congrats on the P2. Can't wait to talk to you again.
All right, thanks, Shaggy. Always a pleasure. Have a good night.
Dark Knight bringing home P2, but now we get to talk the man of the hour, the man who confidently said he was not going to win the 518. Boy, oh boy, the more I thought about it, obviously the last caution helped you, but let's be honest. If we don't have the caution before that, it's good night. You're almost 2 seconds up the road. This thing was fast all night. Talk to us about it, man. Dominating performance.
Yeah, just felt good wherever I put it. Whatever cautions happened, but yeah, I saw him make it up ground going 3 and 4. I was gonna try hold it out, stick it out the bottom, and before that yellow came out, I saw he had a really good run, so I figured it was time to move up there. And then when I went up there, I didn't realize how much tack was still left in turn 4. So good thing I decided to move up and held on.
Coming to the restart there, the final restart, obviously, that's so critical. What's the game plan? Do something different? Go where we've been going all night? What was your strategy on that final restart? You nailed it.
My strategy was, it was a little different than I went, but I wanted the straightest line possible so I can get as much speed in the 1 and 2. And that was pretty much wait to the straightaway, honestly.
Well, man, the same thing could be said for you that I said to the 99. I've seen caution flags burn you way more times than not. So if we are going to see somebody, get the better end of it, it sucks that it has to happen to both of you guys. You both deserve it. But, man, this well-deserved out of you. You go out there, you qualify quick time, you win the heat race, and, man, you got the broom out. You won the A main. Hell of a job, Grandy. Congratulations. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, Aiden over at Raise the Bar. Sets are always hooked up. All the guys over at RMDB. No one's really been on lately, but appreciate all of them. Catalytic Recovery, Tinkle Homes, Mad Rabbit, Highline Cinematography, Reckless Frap, ShaggyTV, my girlfriend Olivia, all the guys at Coast to Coast, man, and always appreciate you doing the broadcast.
Hey, hell of a job, man. Congratulations. Enjoy this one. Not very often, like I say, you go out there, you qualify P1, win the heat race, and just sweep the show. That's a hell of a job, man. Congrats.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Joseph Grandy brought home the checkered flag, and with that, we wrap up Coast to Coast Monday Night Madness. I am Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV saying so long. Have a good night, and we will be back Wednesday with Hometown Heroes. Have a good one.